Okay, so prepare your mat space. I'm going to start with 2-pound weights and 4-pound weights. If you would like, you can take it up to, say, 3s and 5s, but I'm going to be doing some overhead work, and for that, I really like the lightweight. I like the 2-pound weights, and so that's up to you. So I'm going to go ahead and start with those 2-pound weights, and start by standing in the middle of your mat, feet hip distance apart. Roll your shoulders up into the ears and all the way back. Inhale up into the ears, and exhale. Start your breath practice. So Pilates relies on this guiding beat, which is your breath. And all the motions that you take with your body are integrated with the breath, not just because it's a rhythm, but also because it's a contraction. Inhale, exhale, ribs contract. Inhale, exhale, ribs contract. And now let's roll the shoulders forward and exhale. Guide your breath, but nothing is wrong. Just keep breathing. Stressful times calls for a little less rules when it comes to simple things like breathing. One more, deep breath in and exhale down. All right, and now let's take the shoulders into a place where it feels like your collarbones are as wide as the back of your shoulders. And so if your shoulders have this nice long line, then open up and try to find that nice long line across the front. It's going to be a recurring theme, so let's kind of feel good about smiling across the front of your chest. Take a deep breath, stand a little taller. Arms are going to reach all the way up. Feet about hip distance apart. I want you to roll up onto your toes and then drop down to your heels. Pretty simple, up onto the toes and down onto the heels. We're not counting. We're not trying to get something in here. We're just trying to roll through the feet. And just notice if they feel a little stuck or if they feel like they move easily. So try to just articulate from heel, ball, toe, ball, heel. And see how smooth you can be there. All the way up. And now, instead of just rocking back onto your heels, I want you to go up and then barely touch your heels to the ground and pop right back up. As you pop back up, try to find all 10 of your toes equally, which for me is a challenge. Kind of pushing that pinky toe down as hard as your big toe. Yep. And keep going now. And I'll add, as you push up, I want you to drop your shoulders down the back. And now inhale, reach to the sky. Exhale, shoulders down the back. Reach. Exhale. Exhale as you push up. 7, 6, 5, 4. Tighten up the front of your thighs. 3, 2, and 1. I know you can feel your calves, but I want you to try to think about longer lines than just those short little calves. Try to imagine the line that stretches all the way from your toes to the front of your hips, the line that stretches all the way from your heels to the glutes, right? And so that entire line is engaging, that entire line is getting long. Let's go ahead into a turnout. So heels together. Your toes are going to be, I don't know, maybe a fist distance apart, somewhere where when you pop up onto your toes, you feel like you can really squeeze that back chain of your legs together. So not your inner thighs facing each other, but the back chain of your legs. You feel your hips opening, and you can feel that squeeze through the glutes. Yep, open up, go a little higher. Big toes, pinky toes, find all 10 equally, good. And now squeeze those heels tight. No space, no wiggling, good. And now heels go down and up, down and up. Arms come up, and we're just going to start to think about the breath. Shoulders plugging wide this time. So not doing too much movement with the arms, just feeling that reach and plugging in. It's like your collarbones are able to get wider towards the walls. Yep, and you can kind of feel that shrug between your shoulder blades. Yep, And if you do it too much, then your ribs might pop forward, and you don't want that to happen, so you exhale and pancake back right here. Let's do 6, 5, all the way up, 4, up onto the toes. Good, and now you're barely touching the heels, pop back up. Barely touch, and all the way up. Barely touch, pop back up. 4, 3, 2, all the way up onto that big toe. And 1 more. Good. And now drop the arms down, roll the shoulders back into place, and let's go into internal rotation, which is really weird. There's not too many times per day that we're doing this, but when I do a tiny internal rotation with my feet, and then I try to think of that happening also at the top of the femur bones, notice how that sort of opens up your low back. And now see if you can go from nice soft knees and find length until they straighten. Pull the ribs in from the front. Yeah, it's going to want to throw you into a big back bend here, which is nice because it will start to open up that low back. Knees bend a little, and then they straighten. My feet are flat on the ground to start here, trying to find all 4 corners of the feet into the mat. Good. It's important. Little things are important. You might be standing only on 1 foot. So find balance, and then find those longer lines that stretch all the way up and you feel it wrapping into your low back. Good. Let's do 1 more. And now wherever your feet are is fine, but I want you to straighten up, pulling your ribs from the front, roll your shoulders into place, and now come up high onto the toes and down. Up high onto the toes and down. Arms pick up and open. And back, open, and back. Good. So as you do these, your knees are going to want to soften. Try to keep straightening them out and making your thighs tight. And as you do the lower lift, let it lift that entire line all the way up to your hips. Feel the low back opening, ribs in from the front. And now we start to just barely touch down. Go all the way up, barely touch. Up, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Good. Okay, and now drop it down. Roll the shoulders up, roll the shoulders back. We're going to move into squats. Start with your feet hip distance apart. Feel your heels into the mat. Feel your body open. Feel your spine long. And now reach your sit bones back behind you. And then start to find a nice straight line in the back of your body. So the back of my head, ribs pulling back, tailbone up against the same line, not tucking under, not arching too much, but finding that perfectly straight, neutral, ribs in from the front, the sides, and the back, shoulders into place. Good. And now let's go a little lower and pause. You're going to kick your arms all the way back behind you as far as you possibly can. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, now open your chest. Hold that, ribs in from the front. Bend at the elbows slowly, and then kick back, hold. Bend at the elbows slowly. Feel that opening your collarbones. Kick back, hold. So anybody can do tricep presses. The goal is being able to do them without those bones moving around too much. They're in your shoulders and your collarbones. So try to find a way to relax. 4, kick back, hold. 3, you can sit a little lower if you'd like, ribs in from the front. Keep reaching back behind you. You can feel your heels all the way up to your glutes. 2, and 1 more. Good. And now heels to glutes. I want you to move very slowly like you're pushing away, not like you're trying to stand up and get out of it, but you're enjoying it. Arms reach up, and then arms reach all the way back behind you as you sit in low into your squat, ribs in. Ready? Let's inhale to reach up, and let's exhale to go down. Inhale to reach up, and exhale to go down. We're going to stay in steady motion, but we don't have to move fast to feel it. I would argue the opposite, actually. Heels to glutes, reach. Shoulders into place, wide collarbones, kick back. Feel your whole body fire at your endpoints. So ribs in, exhale. Ribs in, exhale. Quick inhale through the middle. And starting to speed up. 6 more. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1 more. Pause here and hold. 10 triceps. Bend at the elbows. Kick back, hold. Come up onto your toes. Kick back, hold. Stay onto your toes. Get a little bit lower. Hold. 7. Ribs in. 6. Ribs in. 5. Open chest. 3. 2. And 1 more. Stay on your toes. Reach all the way up to the sky. Stand tall. And kick back. Stay on your toes. And reach up. Shoulders down. And reach back. Good. Ribs in. Ribs in. Open chest. Good. 4. Stay on those toes. 3. 2. And 1 more. Hold. Nice deep breathing. Inhale. Inhale. And exhale. And go ahead and stand tall. All right, so now we're going to go into a wide stance. So take your feet outside of the hips and into a turnout. So your feet are into a V, but that V is coming from the tops of your thighs. So roll your femur bones. Yep. And feel your inner thighs face forward. Good. And then you can go as wide as you want here. I kind of like a decently wide stance. Shoulders back, stand nice and tall. And now let's just bend at the knees and reach. Pause right here. Feel both feet firing into the floor as you stand tall. Good. So that's easy enough. Lower. Unless you're using those 5-pound weights, I hope you're not. Lower. Heels into the floor and stand tall. Good. Chest nice and wide. Heels into the floor and stand tall. Good. All right, and now let's stay low. Good. Reach the arms down in front of you. Roll your chest open. Feel the ribs fire. Bring one arm into a bind. And then the other. So this is where you might want those 5 weights. I hear ya. I'm going to stick with my 2s. Let's do 6, 5, 4, 3, get a little lower, 2, and 1. Take the arms out in front and turn palms down. Shoulder. Feel that shoulder blade plugging into the middle of your back. Blade plugs in. Notice my elbow ear, but it's staying nice and level with my shoulder. 4. Good. And now both arms. Pull. Get a little as you pull. And 2 inches up. Pull. And 2 inches up. 4. And 2 inches up. 3. And reach. 2. Exhale. Plug in. That power neutral. Head back against the wall. Tailbone. Ribs. Everything lining up. 1 more. Hold right here. Extend the arms. Do a big circling sweep and pull with your palm facing forward. Pull your shoulder blade down the back. Good. Other one. Reach. Exhale. And now both of them go up and down. Good. Now go with your left. Reach, shoulder blade down the back, and down the back. Both of them reach out and settle down in front of the chest. Right. Reach. Left. Pull that shoulder blade down. Connect. Both of them reach. And pull. Come up. Yes. And pulse down and down. Find your pinky toes as much as your big toes. Pull those shoulder blades into place. Line up your head and tailbone. Pull those ribs back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms to a T. Heels go down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Heels down, stand tall. And heels stay down as you lower. Heels down, stand tall. Good. And exhale. Inhale. 8. Try to feel not just like you're doing a squat and like these are terrible, because they're not. Try to feel a reaching sensation through your knees that sort of allows you to relax in this position. Try to relax your neck even as you pick up those weights. 4, and up. 3, let the hips narrow and squeeze. 2, and up. Last one, and up. Good. Okay, now let's bring it in and do something strange. So we're going to go back to that internal stance. My feet are, I don't know, about hip distance apart. Internal rotation from the hips, meaning knees and toes are pointing inwards. Can you see that? Okay, you're going to roll the shoulders back into place. Bend at the knees, and now use only your right foot to stand tall. Can you feel that? Sit back down and you're right in the middle. Both feet are working. Use only your left foot to stand tall. Can you feel that fire? Good. And so only your right foot. You kind of feel that twist. And only your left foot. And you move your body to the left. Yes. And so you use only your right foot and you slightly move to the right. Come back to center. Only left foot, slightly move to the left. Fire those legs. Yeah. So you want to feel that wrapping sensation on your inner thigh. You want to feel like it kind of twists all the way around from your inner thigh to your hips. Right? Stand tall. 6. Moving left. Remember, you have to fire that one glute, that one leg. Yes. Before you start moving. So right here, the whole leg lights up and stand tall. Good. And then the work on the inner thigh is right here at the top. Squeeze. Good. Use your left foot. Stand tall. Squeeze. Good. 6 more. Just ignore all of my counting. 5. We do it until it feels good. 4. And stand tall. It's almost like you're skating or skiing maybe. 2. And 1. Good. And now let's bring it back. Shake out your knees and relax. Good. So keep these weights where you can find them next to your mat. And we're going to have a seat. So arms lift up, deep breath. Let's do a roll down. Letting the knees relax if you'd like. Good. And in this position, try to lean forward into your toes a bit more. Yeah. Can you get off your heels a little bit more? And now scoop your belly up, even if that makes your hands lift off the floor. Scoop your belly up. Take a nice deep breath. And then let's go ahead and just sit down right where you are. Keeping that belly scoop, pick up your feet, hands come onto the tops of your shin bones. I want you to roll back and roll forward, hold. Roll back, roll forward, hold. And 2. And forward hold. And last one. Forward hold. Good. And now knees rock into tabletop, and I want you to hold them there. Curl your chest and your head up and off of the mat. And let's put hands behind the head Interlacing them, keeping the elbows nice and wide, pulling the shoulders down the back. Good. And now let's go ahead and twist without doing anything with your legs. Just twist and look out past your back elbow. And notice if your knees want to move, try to hold them still. Can you ground your... Yep. And look out past that back elbow. Good. And now extend that opposite leg and make it really tight. Hold. Good. Right? And make it really tight. Hold. Pulse here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Turn to center and pull both knees in. Hold. Good. Twist to the other side. Okay, look out past your back elbow. Good. Even more. Yep. Rotate. Ground the hips. Extend one leg. Yep. Make it nice and tight. Ground the hips. Do Pilates. And now extend the other leg. Hold. Do Pilates. And now open from 6 mini pulses. 6, 5, 4. Hips are still. 3, 2, 1. And now back to center. Knees come in. Good. And now can you turn to the left and extend both legs? Back to center and pull your knees into tabletop. Twist and reach. And exhale to center. Twist and reach. Exhale, drop your belly. For 5. And exhale. 4. And exhale. 3. And exhale. 2. And exhale. Last one. And now hold right here. You can either stay up, which I would encourage you to do so, or if you're not crunching today, you can relax to the mat. But if you have no reason not to be on that mat, then get up. Get up, get up, get up, get up. That means you. Yes. Good. And now start to reach one leg. Nice, strong and straight. Good. And pull the other knee close to your forehead. And now let's start a nice bicycle pattern where we pause for a mini second here to feel a stretch. And a mini second, feel a stretch. And keep bicycling forward, thinking of these long lines through your legs. Those long lines ground at the hips. The hips ground into the mat. And the other side of that line stretches out through the inside edge of your foot, out through the big toe. And now let's make the leg tight as you reach. Tight as you reach. Good. And now drag one foot on the floor as you reach the other foot straight up. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. And now instead of straight up, go straight out in front of you to a 45. Straight out in front of you. Yeah, those are harder, right? 6. Toe down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And now hands on the front of the knees and rock forward. And rock back. Rock forward. And rock back. Rock forward. And rock back. Good. And now I want you to take your right leg into your hand. So I'm not holding behind my knee. I'm going to skip that zone. I'm going to hold behind my thigh and kind of pull that thigh bone nice and close to me and try to sit tall. Let's stretch your other leg out nice and straight. Flex that foot into the floor and make your thigh tight. Top thigh is going to go tight as well as we kick up 3 times. 2, and 1. Is your low back staying still or is it slunking as you kick? The goal is that you're kind of picking up through the low back. You're using those shoulder blades down into the back for support, ribs in from the front, and now see if you can fire. Do it 3 more times. 2, and now this one, hold. Walk your hands up to your ankle. Yep, and give that leg a nice firm pull, and now pull on it so much that it becomes vertical. Yes. So now you have this nice vertical tree, and I want you to walk your hands down it. Take your time, so about 6 walks until you're about to the base of your thigh. And at the same time, you roll your body back, open your chest, deep breath. Good. And now ground through the hips, make your tree nice and strong, and exhale, head lifts, chest lifts, and we walk, walk, walk. And at the top, let's try to fire that low back straight. Do what you can. And now walk, 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 and relax. Head comes up, walk, 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 and hold. Good. And now, if you have the flexibility here, you're going to take your hand on the inside edge of your foot and reach that foot out to the side. You can either keep your hand on your hip, or you can reach your arm by your ear, which is a little harder. Try to keep your tree nice and strong, and let's roll back. Scooping the belly, finding the middle of the mat with your body, and give yourself a nice stretch. And then exhale, curl forward, and pull into a nice flat low back. And then let's find the other side. So left leg comes into your hand. You're going to sit all through the back. Get a little taller. Shoulders into place, that's helping you. Ribs into place, that's good. 3 more times. Walk your hands up to your ankle. And now make that bottom leg strong. Flex the foot. Make your top leg strong. Flex the thigh. And now pull, 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 pull until you have a nice vertical tree. And once you do, you can walk down and relax. And walk up. And sit tall. Walk down and relax. And up and sit tall. Really good. And now let's take that hand on the inside edge of the foot, fire it wide into a nice V pattern. The other hand can either be on your hip, or you can take it up to the ear, or you can take it forward. There's lots of options. By your ear is the hardest, I would say. So try to square your hips here. Don't go looking to the corner of the room, but square forward to the front edge of your mat and give that leg a nice pull. Scoop in your belly and find your spine right to the center of your mat and stretch. And try to ground through that opposite hip. For me, one side is really easy and the other side is tight. And so this is my tight side, and so I have to really focus on kind of keeping the pelvis reaching back for that neutral. Good. Nice deep breath here. And then exhale, curl up. And then fire your low back to sit tall. Good. And now we're going to bring the feet underneath us, roll back, and then stand tall. So you're going to inhale back, exhale, stand all the way up. 2 more times, down. Just checking in with our spinal mobility here. Our spine is able to roll gently to the mat and not clunk around. Let's do 1 more. Make it a nice fast one. Good. And stand tall. Okay, let's go ahead and grab your weights again. You can grab both of them. And we're going to do some standing work here where you think of firing from your right shoulder to your left hip, so that diagonal line across the back of the body. And so I want you to take your right arm up and your left foot back. And now tighten up that diagonal line. So feel your shoulders sitting down the back, feel your collarbones wide, ribs in from the front, and really squeeze into that glute hamstring connection. Yeah, so much so that it floats your leg up off the floor. And now, can you keep that shoulder line firing? It's hard. And if this is enough, you're going to just kind of hinge forward right here and do tiny pulses. Tiny pulses. Bottom hand is pulsing back as well. And if you'd like, you can take it all the way to your T pose and pulse there. 6, 5, 4, open your chest, 3, 2, and 1. Hold, good, and then bring it back. And now we're going to go to the other side. Left arm goes up, right foot goes back. And now make it strong, so shoulder down into place, ribs in from the front. You should be doing work before you even move. Back glute hamstring connection, squeezing, squeezing so much that it floats your foot off the floor. Good. Reach, reach, reach. Tiny pulses right here. 8. Go into your T if you like. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Good. And now switch. 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 Keep reaching. Connect to those weights. Make your hands strong. Good. Flex through your glutes and pull in your abs with that breath. It's way too easy to just fly into a back bend here. So you're trying not to do that. You're trying to feel your ribs in from the front. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, those are fun. Shoulders back. And now you're going to go for the front diagonals. And so let's roll the shoulders into place. Stand nice and tall. Reach your right arm to the sky. Deep breath. Good. And now bring your knee and elbow together. Okay, easy enough, right? But try not to tuck as you do it. Try to stay nice and strong with your spine straight, ribs in, and now bring knee and elbow together. Reach. Reach. Good. And so you see right now that I'm kind of moving right and left. And I'm going to try at this point to hold more still. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, even faster. 6, 5, hold still. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Super fun. And now other side. Good. Reach, shoulder opening you up, ribs in from the knee to elbow. Good. Let your body move it first. So it figures out what the heck's going on. And now try to hold more still. Is one side easier than the other? Yes, it is. It's normal. And now a little faster. 5, 4, 3, 2, and now faster. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms reach up. Arms come down. Hold. And now I want you to pull those collarbones nice and wide. Sit into a deep squat. Good. And stand tall. Turn your palms to face your sides. Palms face the floor. Palms face your sides. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now stand tall here, shoulders back, and air conditioning is on. Don't worry, it's not the Rona. Okay, so shoulders back into place, and start to kick one leg straight out in front of you, really flexing on your quad, and down. Good, just one leg at a time. Exhale, arms pick up, high bicep curl. Reach down, and up. Down, and up. Good. Try to find your balance here with the center of your body. Keep your spine long. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, tight leg, and 1. Other side. Tight leg. Good. Try to kick that toe straight up. And you notice how your body wants to go to the side. Try to hold more still. Yep. Almost reaching that corresponding hip down to the floor. Downward. Yes. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back body kicks. Arms go up overhead. And other side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shoulders up into the ears, side body. Arms out to a T and up overhead. So turn your palms to face each other here. Ribs in, shoulders down. It's a lot of work. And now turn your palms to face the floor and kind of push towards the floor. Feel that grounding sensation underneath of your scapula. Good. And now keep that sensation as you reach up. Kick your right leg to the side. And back. And back. And up. Try to lift through your heel edge. So notice how your toe might want to turn out. Try not to let that happen. Try to instead lift through your heel edge. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. Arms go straight up, and now I want you to pick that guy up, elbow meets the knee, and reach up, and reach up, and reach, and reach. 7. Try to make more space. Yeah, so you can bring it close to your body, or you can create lots of space. Yes, elbow further away from you. Shoulder down into place, squeezing shoulder blade down the back, and hip up into the obliques. Yep, all of that coming together. 3, 2, and 1 more. Reach up, and now other side, you're going to kick sideways, and take it up. Kick side, and up. Heel lifts, ribs in from the front, which if you're talking is very hard to do. Breathe. 5, heel lifts. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now reach up, knee to elbow. Create more space. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, reach higher. And now put the weights down. Good. Okay, I'm going to take just a second to turn off the air conditioner. Okay, you're going to come down onto your mat, seated, facing one end, knees bent in front of you, arms reaching, roll back to the base of your shoulder blades, pause, take a deep breath, drop your belly button down, and roll forward, and sit tall. 1 more, exhale, curl back. Good. Only to the base of your shoulder blades. Stop right there. Good. Arms go up, open, exhale forward, and hold. If you want to use the weights, arms lift up, open, forward, scoop your belly, hold. Arms up, open, exhale, and hold. 2 more. Up, open, exhale, and hold. Last one. Up, open, exhale, hold right here, and slide those weights up, up, up. Hollow your belly, drop your sit bones, round your head forward, and sit tall. Turn your palms to face the floor, pull your elbows wide and hands to the shoulders. Reach out and curl back. Keep those collarbones nice and wide. Pause right here at the base of the shoulder blades. Turn your palms to face the floor. Elbows wide, row. Reach, roll up. Sit tall, row. Reach, roll down. Base of the shoulder blades only. Row. Reach, roll up. Sit tall. Collarbones wide, row. Reach, and roll back. If all you can feel is the tops of your shoulders, I want you to do something about that. So drop those shoulder blades closer together and down your back. Yep. And keep that no matter what the arms do. Yeah. roll back, row, roll forward, and row. Good. And now can you do that with your knees in tabletop? Roll to the base of the shoulder blades, row, knees into tabletop, good. And then reach out, hands can be right outside the knees, and roll up. Sit tall through your back, row in, reach, roll back. Good. Arms lift up, tricep press overhead, bend, reach, roll up. Good. Arms go straight up by the ears, tricep bend, reach, roll back. Tricep bend, reach, roll up. The closer you keep your arms by your ears, the harder it is. Bend, reach. You can feel free to take your arms down and forward as you transition, which will make it easier to get through. And roll up. Arms up, bend, reach, and hold. So now I want you to bend your elbows and now kick everything straight. Arms and legs all at the same time. Ready? Take a deep breath. Belly in, exhale, hold. Bend, hold. Bend, fire. 4, fire. 3, fire. 2, fire. Last one. Fire, hold, and roll down. Keep those legs still if you can. If you need to bend them into a tabletop shape, you can. Or you can keep them nice and long. Arms lift up. Exhale, roll up. And extend. Good. Cross one ankle on top, roll down. Arms overhead. Arms come forward, especially if you're holding weights. Reach for your toes and row. Reach for your toes. Recross your ankles and roll back. Arms overhead. Roll up. Find that low back strength and row and reach. Good. Recross the ankles and roll down. Arms up overhead. Ribs in. Arms come down towards the knees and roll up and row and reach. Recross the ankles. Last one here. Straighten out those legs. Roll all the way back. Arms lift up and overhead. Deep breath. And now roll up. Last row. Both ankles come together. Bend the knees and sit a little taller through your low back. Good. And bring it all the way down. Let's go ahead and get rid of those weights for now. And you're going to come on to your belly. So all the way down. Let your knees be about as wide as your mat here. And bend them so that your heels can come together. Your heels are going to flex as though they could stamp on the ceiling. Yep. And now really open up the front of your hips. Yeah, we've been doing lots of squats, right? So kind of take a moment, let your low back settle, let your nervous system settle. And then start to reach length through your bones, which means tailbone reaches out to the wall and also down to the mat. So you feel that subtle scoop underneath of your belly button. Can you feel that? And can you keep that, but keep opening up the front of these hip creases to the mat? Yeah. And so you can cross your hands right underneath of your head and then start to take your heels a little higher to the sky. And so keep flexing your feet hard and see if you can open up the hips. Good. And now tuck tailbone down and belly button up and pulse your heels higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, belly in, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees come down. Good. And now I want you to take your hands kind of right outside your eyebrows here. And go from a nice flat body to tailbone down, lift the head, lift the chest. Up as high as you can. You can look a couple feet forward onto the floor. Tuck your tailbone down and pull in your belly. And now pulse here. 10, 9, 8, 7. You're not trying to move too much. You're trying to feel an element of control. You're trying to feel your belly bracing your spine, your tailbone down, making your low back longer. And this pulse is more about your chest and your head. Good. 4, 3, 2. Okay, and now let's stay lifted here. Keep your hip bones right where they are. And now I want you to crunch the right side of your body by bringing your shoulder closer to your hip. And then back to center without lowering down. And so left side, and then back. And right side. And length through the body. So these are easy to do in a crappy way. But if you do them better, your results are so much better. It's almost like cheating. When you learn the Pilates method and you learn to find length and strength and you learn to anchor in all the right places so that you can reach out of the body in all the right places, it's almost like a trick to staying in shape. Good. 3, and back out. Hips down, tailbone down. 2, and back out. And 1 more. Good. And now hold here and pulse up for 10. Good. 9. Remember, it's not about the movement. It's about the control. Belly in. Low back is long. Good. You can squeeze those heels in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Good. And now stay lifted. I want you to extend your arms out wide. Palms are facing the floor. And now slide your shoulder blades closer to the middle of your back. Yep. And now keep that feeling as your palms go up and away from the floor, like 1-inch movements here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and now hold that squeeze between your shoulder blades. Hold that tailbone down, belly in. Clasp your palms together and reach your knuckles closer to the back wall and hands a little bit higher up off the hips. Open up those collarbones and breathe for 4 deep breaths. Inhale behind the breastbone. Exhale, course it in your waistline. Inhale, course it in the rib line. Inhale and exhale. 2 more. And exhale. 1 more. Good. And now take your hands wide. Keep them high. And all the way forward until your thumbs are facing the ceiling. Pulse here. 10, 9, 8, 7. Don't give up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, now hands come down on the mat right here by your sides, but I want you to hover them. Elbows reach back to your hips. Open up your chest. Good. And now pulse your chest up and up. 4 more. Up. Elbows are reaching to the heels. Yep. Open the chest. 2. And 1 more. Now use your hand and come up. Good. And in this position, I want you to inhale. Let your chest expand through your arms. And now exhale your belly up against the spine. Good. Flexing those glutes. Inhale behind the chest. And exhale, find your core. Keep your core on and breathe. 2 more breaths. You can let the eyes travel up today. You're not trying to crank your neck, but you are trying to get a little extension in it as well. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. And now come down slow. Hands on that mat to traction your body along. The same position. And I want you to rock your right hip closer to the floor. Squish it into the mat. Yeah. If you want, take your fingertips right here in front of your hip bones, like in front of your pelvic bones. Yeah. Now really squish your right hand. Yeah, that feeling. Good. And now take those heels up. Up, 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 up. Keep squishing only your right hand and pulse there with your heels for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rock onto that left hip. Yep. Is it harder? Is it harder to squish that side? It is for me. Ugh, get in there. Yep, you can figure it out. You got to do it with something internal. Good. All right, and now keep squishing that left hand as you pulse your heels higher for 10. 9. Yep. 8. Make it work. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Good. And now stretch your body long and straight. Good. Palms face the floor. Toes can untuck and reach wide of the mat. You're going to lift up your right arm and your left leg as high as you can. And then the other side as high as you can. Oh, I know. You can feel what's coming. You love it. You love it. You love it. The chaos is the beautiful part, right? I like to do small and controlled movements with a lot of thought. And then I like to start with complete chaos and bring in the thought during the chaos. So that's what we're about to do with our swimming motion. And so imagine that when you're lifting these limbs, you're really connecting that back diagonal line, remember? And so find that diagonal line and fire it. It's no good to just lift. You have to fire it. Feel it. Good. Fire it. Feel it. One more. All right, and now everything lifts up, arms and legs together, but you have to remember to keep that low back long. So reach to the fingertips, reach to the toes, lift as high as you can with all of your limbs, and then lower down. The goal is not that you lift your arms and then your legs. The goal is that you reach out and lift everything up, up, up at the same time, and lower down at the same time. Let's do 2 more like that. Inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. 1 more. Inhale to lift. Fire. And exhale to lower. Good. Next one, stay up there. Lift all the way up. Lift your right arm and your left leg even higher. Fire it. And now swim. Good. Make it nice and big to start. Why not? Make it big. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3. Hips steady. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 40. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 30. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, tiny. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 20. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, and hold. Lift everything up and relax. My goodness. All right, push into a child's pose position. Knees a little wider than your hips, big toes overlapping. Reach your arms out of your body. Settle your head to the floor and take 4 deep breaths into your low back. Come up onto hands and knees. Walk out to a plank position. Pop shoulder blades down the back. Ribs up. Eyes forward. One leg extends. The other leg extends. Tighten up your quads and hold. Exhale. Hold. Bend your elbows. Hold. Straighten up. Hold. Bend your elbows. Hold. Straighten up. Hold. Bend your elbows. Hold. Straighten up. 4 more. Push up. Inhale. Bend. Push up. Push up. Inhale. Bend. Inhale. Press up. Good. Last one. Hold. And press up. Good. Hold. Nice deep breathing. And lift your hips high. Good. You can walk your feet in. Stretch through that whole back chain of your legs by tightening up the quads if you can, walking your heels into the mat. Feel your shoulders sliding down into your back easily. Feel your ribs in from the front, knowing that everything is connected, including brain to body. Bring your left knee all the way into your nose as you roll out to your Don't touch the mat. And now rock that knee a little bit further forward. Open up your chest and untuck the toe. Sit down onto the mat in this nice pigeon pose where you think of first maybe opening the chest and then coming down onto the elbows. And if you'd like, all the way onto the mat, but try not to roll out of position. Hands come underneath of you, just to the sides of your knee, shoulders down the back. Let's tuck that back toe under. Your hovering pigeon. Extend that leg high back behind you as you kick back. Good. And then toe comes down onto the mat. And let's do the other side. So you can go ahead and bring your right knee into your nose, swinging that heel wide into your pigeon pose. Hold right here. My knees right between my wrists, shoulders down the back, just hovering. Make that back leg nice and tight. Good. And now take your knee closer to the front, closer to the front, closer to the front until you sit it down. Untuck your back toe. Stay long and lifted for a second. Open up your collarbones. Let the hips settle. And then keep your spine long as you walk your elbows to the mat. And maybe all the way down. 4 deep breaths. Good. The hands come underneath to push up into that plank pose. Shoulders down the back. Tuck your back toe, and let's float that pigeon up off the mat. Hold. Make that back leg strong. Good. And now reach the toe back behind you and up to the sky. Take a nice stretch. And foot comes back to the mat. Walk your hands back to your feet slowly. And then try to find equal pressure between your toes and heels, a little softness in the knees as you roll up one bone at a time, allowing gravity to stretch your body. Shoulders into place. Good. And then back to center. Nice deep breathing. And exhale. Nice deep breathing. And exhale. And go for it. Ready? Jumping jack. Let's go. Good. So add the chaos. We had a moment to catch our breath. And we're going to end with a little chaos because life has been a little crazy. And so as you're doing these, try to really stay with some sort of beat. I hold myself accountable by smacking my hips. And so try to reach, relax your shoulders, right? You don't want to be doing this with tension in your neck. So relax. Notice if your chin's looking up or down. Bring it somewhere that makes sense. Chin level with the floor. Good. Yeah, get loose with it. And now let's turn and do 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and turn for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, turn, 10, 9, 8, 7, go, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, turn, 10, 9, smile, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Shoulders back, arms up. One roll down. Relax. Shake it out. Scoop up your belly. And you're done. Thanks for joining. Have a beautiful day.